Welcome back, NBA fans, to my channel. Okay, let's talk about this one. The Lakers lose last night to the Kings. What happened? The Lakers forgot to come out of the locker room, or they came out of the locker room and forgot they were playing basketball, right? What the? Huh? What? This game was not a blowout at halftime, but the Lakers came out of the locker room and forgot they was playing basketball. How does this happen? This is the most skilled era of all time. I don't care about the Kings. The Lakers forgot they was playing basketball. What were you doing in the locker room at halftime? What was you doing? What was you doing? I don't know what you was doing, but you forgot it was a basketball game in the second half. What happened? Look, like I said before, the West is Fugazi, 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 Fugazi. I don't care, right? Sacramento, they just swept the series. That's what I heard this year from the Lakers. But yet, this same Sacramento team was like top 4, top 5, maybe like a month and a half ago in the West. And then they slid all the way down to number 7, like last week or a week and a half ago. So the same teams that made them slide all the way down like to number 7 in the West, the Lakers don't beat those teams. Don't beat the OKCs. Don't beat the Clippers. Right? Don't beat the Minnesotas. They didn't beat Denver. But this is what I'm saying. The Lakers are not here to play basketball on a nightly basis. Don't fool yourself. The media has money to make. And the YouTube media has money to make. I keep trying to tell people, stop being interested in the regular season. There's nothing to see here. In the long run, the Lakers are positioning themselves not to play Denver until they get to the Western Conference Finals. And they hope that one of these teams like OKC, Minnesota, the Kings, the Clippers can knock Denver out. Right? That's what they're hoping. They're not worried about none of these other teams. And you're going to say, oh, the Kings beat them 4 times. They're not. The Lakers ain't worried about the Kings. They're really not. And we talk about playoff experience. This Kings team last year was rocking and rolling. And if I'm not mistaken, they was a better team last year as far as standings. And they got whooped by the Warriors. Right? So this is a league to where fans do not get what they pay for. And I will have a video coming up today about these Lebron era guys stealing money. Especially Jaylen Brown. The highest contract in NBA history was warranted because of what? To be a number 2? You're a number 2 player on your team? And you're getting the highest contract in the league, in NBA history. You're not better than Giannis. You're not better than Joker. You're not better than... We could just keep on going down the list. He's a good player, great player, but he's not a top 5 player. So what's going to... You got to see what that's going to warrant now. Woo. These guys are going to get super duper quadruple max contracts. This is why LeBron is asking for like $57 million a year next year. Because he's going to come out and he's going to say, look at my stats. And look at Jaylen Brown's stats. You think Jaylen Brown could fill an arena by himself? I know I could. That's what LeBron is going to say. Look at my stats. Right? Points, rebounds, assists. It's a joke when you look at Jaylen Brown's, where he ranks in the NBA. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. This is a joke to the fans. A joke to society. A joke to society. Especially if they don't win the championship. This is no excuse for the Celtics to be this good, this long, and they don't even win the championship. It's a joke. The NBA has become a joke. And I'm getting to the point to where I'm like, whoa, how do these guys make all this money if the viewership isn't there in the playoffs, the finals, the regular season? How do these guys make all this money? Is the NBA lying about how much money these guys really make? So they can overprice tickets and popcorn and alcohol and parking and food at the venue? Huh? Is that what's going on? How could a failing product warrant you paying your players all this money for a failing product? That doesn't make any sense. Your product is worse than the early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s. Where are you getting this money to pay these guys? And that's what had me thinking one day, is this league just lying about how much these guys make to overcharge the fans? Go work at a failing business, right? A failing business. And then see if they're going to pay you all this money every year for a business that's failing year by year by year by year. And they just start handing out all this money to their employees on a business that's failing. They got to pay the WNBA. That business is failing. But yet we see companies like, Disney. They had to make all these cuts with ESPN and Fox. They own both of them. Yes, Fox Sports. They had to cut a lot of great play-by-play people, color analysts, people on ESPN Network, Fox Network, Fox Sports Network, and yet the NBA, they somehow have money to pay these players more money and more money than they was paid last year. Have the money to pay players who are second fiddle, a role player. Yeah, I mean, if we say Jason Tatum, right, is the man of that team, that's like you paying Scottie Pippen the highest contract in the league. In the league, when he was in the league. More than Jordan, more than Barkley, more than Ewing, more than Elijah One, more than David Robinson, all these guys who are number ones on their team, more than Magic Johnson. You're paying Pippen, and look, Pippen was a better player than Jaylen Brown. I'm just going to say it. I mean, my God, at least if you're going to get paid this amount of money, you got to be first in something. Rebounds, assists, blocks, field goal percentage. This is what the NBA is showing their fans. They're going to stick it to you. You can't be this dumb. And I done messed up the coming video, right? But I'm just so like, I'm just so, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling to me that you could pay these guys this kind of money. That's a number two for a failing product, the NBA. Guys who don't even play defense. Guys who get out-dunked by D-leaguers. And Matt McClung, wow, why is it this guy in the NBA? This guy be filling up arenas. You could just have him on a team, on the bench coming in, right, as a reserve, dunking on these fools because that's what they don't want, right? They can't stop him from participating in the All-Star weekend. Hell, they got women from the WNBA participating in the men's All-Star Week. Why? Why? This is shameful. And I know I'm going everywhere with this video, but the NBA is all over the place. Ain't no plumber for no D League gonna be dunking and participating in the All-Star weekend in the 90s. It's not gonna happen. Not in the early 2000s. You guys are nuts. Ain't no WNBA player gonna come into the NBA and challenge Larry Bird to a three-point contest. It's not gonna happen. I don't care how good these women done got. It's not going to happen. That's the type of entertainment they need now in the NBA. That's how bad it is in the NBA. You got WNBA announcers, color analysts, players coming into the NBA because the men can't carry their own league. And the women, the WNBA women can't even carry their own league. So why are they in the NBA trying to participate with men? Next thing you know, you're going to have women on a roster. This is like pity work. They're giving these women pity jobs. It's ridiculous. The NBA is a joke. Yes. The WNBA is a joke too, right? What's her name? Caitlin Clark? They think this woman is going to come and save the WNBA? Great women's player. Nobody can save that league. Nobody. They had Brittany Griner. They had Cheryl Swoops. They had all these great players. And the WNBA was a better product back in the day, right? And it's going downhill. I don't understand, Disney, ESPN, and Fox and these type of networks. You're in on it with the NBA and the WNBA, but you don't promote the product. You don't promote the WNBA, right? You don't promote them on TV. You haven't promoted them. Your best shows were talk shows, debate shows, but you don't promote them. You have baseball on your network, MLB. You don't promote it. All you talk about every single day on those debate shows, and there's so many of them, like the past, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, it's just about LeBron James. A failure. A 4-6 failure. Right? So let me get back to this game. It's a joke. The Lakers are not going to play basketball every night. Sorry to disappoint you. Sorry that, a lot of people got to come up on their YouTube channel and blast the Lakers for getting beat by the Kings, but they're not about to play basketball every night. They don't really have nothing to prove, right? In their eyes. They're the Lakers. They only play in the playoffs. The regular season doesn't count. As long as they made a play in for these guys. So they don't have to really put it all on the floor. Suddenly they put it all on the floor in the in-season tournament, right? That Indiana team was just off the chain. They was doing everybody. They got waxed by the Lakers. Who's going to be the team that's flailing all over the place? Every time they shoot, they screaming like little women when they drive to the basket. Who does that? That's basketball? This is supposed to be the best era of all time. Carrying, traveling, that's what the Lakers do every time they go to the basket. Right now the league is an embarrassment, right? It's just if you took and watch highlights all day of these guys traveling, carrying, old angry hoops, he just has a montage of it. It's not even like you can't even believe these guys are getting paid this kind of money to travel and carry all single game. And then TNT makes fun of it, right, on the post-game show. It's just an embarrassment. And you got to come to work every day and do your job right, or you're going to get rolled up or suspended, or you won't have a job. But yet these guys can come to work and do their job wrong, which I don't even know if it's a wrong anymore, and still get paid more than Michael Jordan, more than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, more than Wilt Chamberlain, more than all these great players in the past for not even doing their job right. Carrying, and this goes back to the officials. Is this really a real league? Your officials, and you don't even say nothing about carrying and traveling and all this nonsense right in front of you? What did it? Well, I mean, even the fans are pointing it out in the stands, right? Whoa, he just carried. He just traveled right in front of their face. Every single day, these fans are. And the league don't say nothing. Or the officials don't say nothing on the court. So yeah, the Lakers come out in the second half. I don't know if they were tired. They just gave up. They forgot it was a basketball game coming on that they had to play, and they're on the road, and they're against a good team. They don't care. So look for more of the same the remaining of the season. Tell me what you think.